morning, everybody. I'm just going to go over a quick rundown here of a couple things I'm looking at today. We'll start with dollar CAD. We have news in about 50 minutes or 45 minutes or so on the CAD. And I think this is going to push up higher. We have dollar running higher, trying to test this previous high. So I'm thinking that's going to push CAD up or pull it with it. So I would expect CAD to start reaching for these highs here. You have about 100, let's see, from where price is now, about 130, 140 pips of room on the upside on dollar CAD that we could look at. And what I want it to do is it might come down a little bit further, and I want to see a rejection and a push through. If it gets above these highs, wait for just a quick retest of that and a push up through. So if you're trading this, I don't really want it to come down into here, but it might want to come down to the 129.8 level, somewhere in here, and then see a rejection. Then you can push up through to, I think your first target probably be, what's the round number here? Yeah, 32, 1.32. It'll probably go higher than that, but that would be your first target, 1.32. So look for that on dollar CAD today. In about 45 minutes there'll be news, and we'll see if it just wants a straight up push through, or if there's going to be a pullback and rejection, then a push up. So let's be watching that on CAD at it'll be 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The S&P, I think, is going to go a little bit lower yet. We have some wicking going on, but I think we're going to at least retest this low, and possibly we have this low here at 26.72 that I would be looking at, and then I'd be looking at 26.35, somewhere in here would probably be the next downside objective on the ES right now. I think we're going to get a little rejection in this level and at least take out this low. If you're short here, I'd put my stop above this high. I wouldn't give it much room to go up, and I'd go to break even if it breaks this low, and I would let it run. We could come up and sweep these highs possibly, but right now it looks like it wants to push down, so that's what I'm looking at this morning. We have open in about 15 minutes, so it might get a little wicky here. It might spike up and take out this high and then reject it. I don't know, you just have to wait and see on this. But right now we're looking at, well, kind of a little, wedge pattern, flag, and pennant. I don't know what this is. So it's probably what people are looking at right now. And if it does go up with that, we're looking at 27.66, somewhere in there on the upside. But I'm looking for shorts on this today, and we'll see what happens on it. If it breaks these highs, I will not, then my idea will probably change until I may just be flat for the day, because in this area right here is where I want to be short. If it goes up any higher, I'd probably just dump it and go to the sidelines for the day and wait and see what it wants to do. Remind you that we did have, there's buying pressure down here, but I think it wants to go lower to touch some of these levels. We also had a lot of liquidity down in this area down here. I've been talking about these kind of equal lows back here. Price may want to come all the way down here. This month we've had a nice run down. We still have some month left, so I think we got a little bit pushed down before we get a little bit of retracement. But that is what I'm looking at today. So dollar CAD, I'm looking for possible pullback and a drive up to that 1.32 level. The ES, I'm still looking for another move down from where we're at right now. Again, I don't really want it to go any higher than this. I just want it to reject here and start working its way down. Dollar's pushing up. I think we're going to test this high possibly today. Gold, we've had that nice push up. We hit our level at 1238 and rejected it, came back down. So you want to watch what happens here. Not a bad place to go long actually right now for another move up. And because we still have higher targets, I think our next target is probably 1255, possibly 1260, and then 1291 on the upside. So let's see what happens here. I like this. I hope it supports that and we get a push up on it. You know, with dollar moving higher, it should be putting pressure on gold, but that must mean that possibly means that gold is really strong if dollar's moving higher and gold is also moving higher. If dollar ends up turning around and getting bearish, gold will probably explode on the upside. So keep an eye on that. But I like long term, I like these highs at 1363 on gold, and that's what I'm aiming for. I don't know, on some news or something, we may get a spike down and clear this up a little bit and then move higher. If you see that, then I think we're really good for a long trade on this. But you can certainly get in on a long position trade on gold right now if you want. Euro's going to be testing these lows. And that's all I have for you today, guys. So watch CAD in about 40 minutes. Look for a push up. And the S&P mini, I'm looking for a downward movement today on this. So thank you, and good luck today, guys.